Here's the Kansas City. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice. The play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone. This is down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
To throw on second down is Smith. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
Sack back around the 8. Nigel Bradham coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discover.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Wentz to throw on second down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. His height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, 58 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30.
Whoosh.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Alex Smith in the offense heading out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's going to wind up and air it out and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the first carry for the former Clemson Tigers, C.J. Spiller. And now running right through him. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. C.J. Spiller, 36 yards, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the route is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Smith. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Smith on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and still the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Smith now on second down. And an alley to run. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. They run it here. Ware. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run again with Ware. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended. And Blount loses the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you saw.
And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yep. And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It's complete. This is Brent Selleck. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now running right through it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Smith on 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run now with Ware. And here now a spin. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They're off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And he's able to put it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Now Wentz, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Calling a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he dumps it off to Blount. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Screen pass to Blount. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. They find some open field here. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. It'll be a gain of 6, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Chiefs are playing some of their best football in the biggest game. The Eagles, on the other hand, can't be happy with the way they're playing on the big stage here at the Super Bowl. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. Here the pass is completed into coverage. And after the short pass, he'll score as they take a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10. The catch will be made in double coverage. And he ends up at the 24-yard line before he's stopped on the play. Chiefs now later on the drive. Smith's got it on the run. And he scoots into the end zone for his second TD. Chiefs go up by 15. Chiefs with the ball midway through 1. Smith finding his mark across the middle of the field, and he'll make it all the way down to the 4-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive, Kelsey's the target here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Chiefs with the ball late in the first. They run with Spencer Ware, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. The lead now at 29. Now early in the second. Spiller will break away from the pack here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score about halfway through the second quarter. Ware's got nothing but space here, and he'll go in for the score. The Chiefs continue to dominate.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Shotgun now for Wentz, and that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Smith on 1st down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Alex Smith with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now here comes Kansas City. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. They can't tackle it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a... It brings up 4th down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Wentz now to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. But he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And out now come the Eagles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a carry for Blunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles can... continue here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Wentz going to throw, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Ramik Wilson with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This is fielded at the 27. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Alex Smith from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They start on the ground here with Blount. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Wentz. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game. If the other team doesn't get it, That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And taken right at the 35. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And now running right through it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he's got it up and through. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing now is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Wentz to throw. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've...
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were...
It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Give him 30 yards there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he...
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Watch 35. Watch 35. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie, and the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. Smith. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Second down following the incompletion. Smith now to throw again. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the run, it's Ware. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't been offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Wentz will try again on second down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And Escobar has it left side. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Smith, able to shake him off. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So 2nd and 10 here.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Here's Smith. Throwing again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Smith on 3rd down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, you hit the classic time in a game where an offense continues to roll, and many people are saying, why? In this case, they're just telling the defense, you don't want us to score? Stop us.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, watch left. Watch left. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And this defense has been extraordinary all season, and that might just be the cherry on top. What a play there on the fumble recovery touchdown.
Maybe it's time they get a nickname because they've played like the great defenses of the past. The Steel Curtain, Doomsday, the no-name defense. We might have to come up with one for these guys.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee...
After reviewing the call, the run on the field is reversed.
So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And this defense has been extraordinary all season, and that might just be the cherry on top. What a play there on the fumble recovery touchdown.
Maybe it's time they get a nickname because they've played like the great defenses of the past. The Steel Curtain, Doomsday, the no-name defense. We might have to come up with one for these guys.
There's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And his throw is incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. And this looks to probably be the final play. Smith going to throw it. Going up top. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.